Hey everyone, welcome back to Watch and Carry. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about a new pair of headphones that I'm using for my one-wheel rides. I just ordered these last week, have had a few days to use them and thought I could give a pretty decent review on what I think is my favorite pair of headphones so far. So these are the BearTwo lightweight retractable Bluetooth headphones. You can check the description below for the model number, but this is the SX991 edition. So when you order from Amazon, which is where I got these, this is how it's delivered to you. You have this clamshell, relatively hard shell case, zipper closure, comes with a small carabiner of sorts, and then you open it up and you have a charging cable. So USB to micro USB. You'll obviously need to have a wall adapter for this, or you can charge this with your computer or maybe a battery bank. You get a couple of ear tips. What's nice here is you get different sizes. So we have the smalls here at the top, the really large here in the middle, and then the medium, which I fitted over here. And then your instruction manual. And then the case, which I think is actually, pretty well laid out. Number one, I do like the fact that it's hard shell, so you can throw this in any bag, and whether or not you're using this for your one wheel, you can be a little bit assured that it's relatively safe in here. And I do like how they put a little expandable mesh pocket here to keep your gear organized. Okay, and then of course you have the headphones. So you'll notice right from the bat, what's pretty unique here is that the headphones are foldable. So they are made from plastic, and what you basically do is you kind of click it out, and then they stay into place. Okay. And let's take a tour. This would be the right headphone right now. So you have your answer call, end call, play, and pause. On the bottom, you have your micro USB with a dust cover and moisture cover here. So there that is. And then here on the top, you have a few controls. So you have on and off. When you switch this to on, you're going to notice the indicator light over here, which should pop up. Okay, or I guess it only pops up, or here we go, I'm sorry. Here's the indicator light right there. So I'll turn it off. There's red, and then turn it on, blue. Okay, and then you have your multi-functional buttons over here. So multifunctional buttons, this is for volume up and volume down if you press and hold, or it's for track forward and track backward if you click on it once. So for example, looking at the plus, if I go ahead and push and hold on this, it's going to increase the volume. If I go ahead and click on it once, it's going to skip the track forward. Okay, and then the reverse for here on the minus side. And then what's also unique besides the foldable design is you have these two buttons over here. Now I said retractable in the beginning. That not only means foldable, but it also means that the earbuds themselves are retractable. So the way these work is to use them, you put them behind your neck, so the back of your neck would be here, and then you pull these out gently as far as you need. Okay, and you have a relatively tangle resistant piece of wire here. It doesn't feel braided to me, but it feels like, pretty well insulated plastic or rubber or silicone. Okay, and then here is your earbud. And then you fit that into your ear. And then when you're ready to retract it, you go ahead and you push on this button. So I like to push gently rather than snap it back. So I kind of go like this, and then like this, and then like this. So the more you hold it, the more it retracts back. So like if I did this, it goes back in. And that's also how it works for the left side. So, that's a pretty cool design. Makes it a little bit more comfortable to wear, and also a little bit more tidy when it comes to storing it back up. So that covers the right side. And then if we go to the left, you don't really have anything over here. Okay. All right, so some features about this. If you click on the link below, you can look for yourself, but I'll just read you off the highlights. So for me, battery life is important. So you get about 16 hours of continuous music time and about 300 hours of standby time with a single charge up to 100%. Personally, I've never run it from 100% down to zero. I've ran it down to 50%, and that was about after 7 or 8 hours of use. So it looks like their battery claims on Amazon are pretty accurate. You also know your battery level, not by visual, but by audio. So when you turn this on initially and you connect it to your device, not only does it say it's paired, but it will let you know, like a female voice will come on and say battery at full or battery at 50% and so on. Okay, so I think the battery life has been pretty good. The Bluetooth connection uses Bluetooth 4.1 plus CVC 6.0. If I butcher that, I apologize. I'm not very well versed in that, but it says it has a 4.1 Bluetooth chip in here, and for solid connections to iPhone or Android devices or other smartphones. So far, I've paired this with my Samsung Note 8, which is an Android. I've paired it with my Microsoft Surface Pro 3, and I can vouch for that the connection is really good, really solid. I've been able to listen to this from what I gauge about 40 or 50 feet away. It may not be an accurate number, but I've been able to be pretty far away from my device and still been able to hear with this. So, if you're riding with your board and your phone is in your pocket, more than enough connection to traverse that distance. The other benefit here is you can pair this device with 2 mobile phones or 2 devices. So after you successfully pair it with each device separately, you can go through the user guide to kind of figure out how to switch from like cell phone to laptop. For example, I'll connect this to both my laptop and my cell phone. During my ride, I'm connected to my cell phone. Once I get to my local coffee shop to do some work, I'll go ahead and turn on the Bluetooth on my laptop, and it instantly connects to this device and disconnects from my cell phone automatically. So it's very, very easy to use. Simple on-off connectivity. So, turn on my phone, turn on my Bluetooth. The minute I turn this thing to on the headset, it pairs right away. Okay, so really, really quick connection. It's relatively water resistant. I'm trying to see if they give an IPX rating here, which, I don't really see. They say it's sweat proof and good for exercising. But it would be nice to have that IPX number, which I don't have. My feeling is all the advertisements on this Amazon page you can see is meant for active use. So sweat resistant, I don't think that means going out in the rain or swimming with these, which, should be pretty obvious. Okay, and the last feature here is obviously the sound. So the sound is pretty good. It's how much is this right now? I bought this at $30. It's currently $34. So it's not like a high-end, headphone. Don't be expecting Sennheiser or I don't know what the other companies are. Don't be expecting that level of really clear audio. I'm not an audiophile, so I don't really know how to rank, audio quality. But I would say that for music, it's very, very heavy on the bass. Unfortunately, there's no EQ or sound settings for the headphones. You'll have to adjust that on the device that you're paired to this in order to kind of get the kind of sound quality you like. But from what I can notice, pretty heavy on a bass, kind of like a typical Bose headphones. No offense to Bose, but that's just my opinion. Everybody's, ears is going to be a little bit different. I would say when it comes to listening to like podcasts, spoken words are actually very, very clear, so I listen to a lot of NPR, a lot of Tiger Belly. I don't know if you've heard of that. This American Life. So quite a variety of different personalities on those shows, from deep voice to high voice, female voice, male voice, and all of those kind of come out pretty clear with these. So I would say it does a good job. So why did I choose this for my Onewheel, and why would I recommend it? Number one, I'm a big fan of having headphones that go behind your neck or that kind of secure to your ear. You can buy headphones, for example, like the really popular ones are like the Apple AirPods that kind of just go into your ear. Really nice, really slick. I'm sure those perform well. But as you know, with a Onewheel, things come up. You could have a bumpy ride, and it's not that difficult to jostle a headphone out of your ear and fall onto the ground. You know, that's simple enough to stop your board and pick up, but if you could avoid that, it's nice to have something that wraps around your ear or your neck, so that way if it falls out of the ear canal, it's right there. You just kind of pick it up right off your neck or your ear and you put it back in. So that's why I chose this neck band design. Number two, I chose this because I obviously only ride with one ear occupied with sound. So I like to keep one ear open for the environment. Because these headphones are retractable, these earbuds, I should say, it's easy to just plug this into one ear and leave the other ear open. I don't have to bend this, this headphone in an awkward way to make it fit around one ear. It's very comfortable, and putting this around my neck is much more comfortable than something that goes around my ear, which is obviously going to be a little bit more sensitive. I do like the fact that it has controls here for volume and track, play and pause on the headphones. So obviously if you're riding, and I don't know, let's say you just want to stop your music or skip forward or backward. It's relatively easy to use pretty thick gloves like I have these here. These are the mechanic impacts. And it's pretty easy for me without looking to just kind of rub my finger against the button and know where I need to push. So it's, very intuitive to push. The one complaint I do have about these buttons is I don't like the way they laid out the volume up, down, and then track forward and backward. I get it that you have limited space here, and so yes, you will have to map certain buttons to do multi-functions, but I think for most headphones that I've used in the past with a similar design, tapping, like clicking only once or twice, is meant to adjust the volume, and then double clicking or triple clicking is meant to adjust the track. And so having your volume on this headphone be adjusted by clicking and holding is kind of annoying, because when you click and hold, you can't really tell how high up you're going until you notice it in your ear. And so it's just not as intuitive as having discrete, separate pushes on the buttons to tell you that, okay, I'm adjusting the volume, or okay, I'm adjusting the track. Just my 2 cents. Overall it's a good design, but that's the one thing that I would go ahead and change. As for call quality over here, very easy to answer or end calls. Call quality comes in nice and clear. I've been riding with these, and from what I've heard from other people, the ambient noise is kept to a minimum. Obviously, if you're riding and talking, it's going to be pretty annoying for the person listening to you because it's pretty windy. So don't expect any clear call quality while you're riding your board at speed. Okay, lastly, I do like the fact that the neckband over here is made out of soft rubber. Okay, well, it's actually firm rubber, but it's relatively soft. So you can see my my fingernail kind of push into that over there. So that's a little bit more comfortable. Also, if you're riding in the cold, it's just more comfortable to have rubber rather than cold plastic here wrapped around your neck. And I do like the portable design. So after a ride, it's easy to just fold this up, put it in your shirt or your pants pocket, and forget about it. You don't have to worry about getting a really big bulky case or keeping it around your neck the entire time. This relatively portable storage feature is good not just for space saving, but I think also just for durability, because if you accidentally bend this in this direction, then at least you have a joint here to kind of take that force rather than snap the headphone and break it. Anyway, so it's only been about a week. If I learn anything new in the coming days to using this, I'll go ahead and update the description down below. But again, these are the foldable Bluetooth headset earphones. Company's called BearTwo, and currently you can get this off Amazon for about $34. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Any comments or questions, or maybe any other earphones that you guys use that you really like or really hate, please put them down in the comments below. It'll really help out the Onewheel community. And as always, have fun, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.